How's it going, guys? This is Eric with Deranged Survival, and I'm back. I'm back on YouTube. It's been a long time. A lot has changed since I was last on YouTube, and I don't know if you guys can see behind me there, that yellow building over there, past the shed with the canoe. That's my house. I bought a house. And look at this, right behind my house. Woods. So I'm in Thompson, Connecticut now, right across the Rhode Island border, and I'm surrounded by state park. It's an aquatic state park in this area, and basically behind my house is state park, and to the right of my house is off in that direction, actually to the left of my house in that direction is state park too, so nobody can ever build there. State land, can't build. I got a little over 1.5 acres of land, but I pretty much got all these woods to explore. And my property comes right up to the stream here. So I have all this land back here and a lot of land off in that direction that I can set up a camp, a permanent camp where I can basically do what I want. I can obviously have a stealth camp somewhere in these woods, you know. I'm not going to destroy the land or anything like that or chop down trees, but, you know, can have a little camp in the woods somewhere. But we got a nice running stream right behind my house. We're in March 1st, 2020 right now, so I don't know how that's going to be in the summertime, but we shall see. We shall see. And pretty much in a pine forest. I don't know if you guys can see up top there. There's a couple oak trees. I saw a cedar earlier when I went exploring in this area. But yeah, we're going to do some hiking, see if we see any signs of animals, stuff of that nature. And yeah, let's go explore. I'm back, baby. I'm back. Alright, so it's still relatively close to my house. I don't know if you guys can see it, the yellow building through the trees there. And stumbled upon something. Check that thing out. Looks like an old canvas tarp of some kind, and I guess a hunting stand, I'm gonna guess. I don't know exactly, but it looks like it's not in use anymore. You can see it's falling apart. They just put some planks of wood. It could be just a tree house that some kids made. Who knows? But it's a relatively open area here, so I think it's probably a hunting stand. Got a stone wall here. There's a big fallen tree back there. There's a creek bed. Looks like it's stagnant water, but at some point it was probably running. Yeah, this is all swampy over here. Bet you a lot of wildlife are over here. Nice swampy area. I didn't bring my boots, so I won't be walking through that. This place is covered in pine trees. But found a decent little trail. It's cleared off. I'm going to go in this direction here. Some rocks here on the trail. And we got something over here posted, no trespassing, keep out. Behind this sign back there is my house. So I'm assuming maybe the previous homeowner put that there, or my neighbor did, or someone that uses these woods. So that no trespassing sign has protected my property. I'm about to get some more and put a couple more up in this direction so people don't come wandering in my property. But we're gonna hike along this trail that I found. I've actually already been on it earlier in the week, but we're going to go explore. I'm sure every day I'll find a little bit more and more new things to check out. Check this out. It's a decent sized pine tree. It's probably over 1 foot in diameter. It's got a big hole in it, but it's still got some green leaves on it, or pine needles. Huh. So something must have burrowed itself in there, or maybe somebody shot a hole in it, and maybe some squirrels made a nest, or some birds. But the tree still survived. Still survived, even though it's got a huge gaping hole in its chest. Interesting. Decent sized trail here, nice and open. stone wall to the left, and the water, I'm not sure if you can see it in the background there, but it's right over there. Connecticut state land, right behind it, another hunting stand. I didn't see that last time. It's right on this trail here. Look at that. Right in the middle of the woods. Some of it's frozen over. Goes down in this direction here, all the way back to that swampy area I was at earlier. Well, we got a dried up bed here. You can tell it's dried up because the leaves are discolored. Usually when they're underwater like that, they get discolored. They start to decay. The trail continues off in this direction. There was just a fallen tree. I had to walk through the dried up creek bed. But it looks like the water comes out right here. Is that a natural spring? Who knows what that is right there? Anybody know what that is? Frozen. That's a sign of spring right there. Who knows what that is right there? Comment below. Oh, we got a bird's nest in the tree. I don't know how well you guys can see it there. Little bird's nest. So this is definitely a swampy area, probably in the springtime and the summertime. All this area is underwater at some point. I can tell because it's discolored. Sometimes it's not about hiking 100 miles. It's definitely fun to go hiking and test yourself, see how fast you can go, how long you can go. But sometimes it's about just stopping, taking a breath, and just checking out the scenery. It's extremely peaceful out in the woods. We got this tree growing over a rock right here. It's completely elevated out of the ground. Still alive. Sometimes you just gotta stop and look around, listen, smell. You know, utilize your senses. That's why we got them. You just gotta use them. Stimulating. Using all your senses. It's a thing, you know. Use your senses. Got another Connecticut state land. Oh, we got a fallen birch tree over here. It's definitely been decaying for years. Check this out. Look at that birch bark. There's some mushrooms growing on it. If you guys know what mushrooms those are, let me know. It's a dead white birch tree. Hey, look at this. Posted, private property. Hunting will be violated and prosecuted. You will be prosecuted. So, maybe somebody owns this land. It's not state land. But that says state land. And then the other side says private property. I don't know what's going on. We're going to go exploring. Somebody cleared this out, definitely. This would be a good spot for a hammock. Huh? Oh, we got some cleared out leaves over here. Some more over here. I bet you the deer come up here when it's bad weather and seek shelter. Look how dense it is above me here. Whoa, almost dropped my camera. Look how dense it is above me. Can't see the sky, right? Bet you the deer come up here and lay down on the soil. There's a lot of leaf litter. I don't see too much deer scat though. Oh, we got another sign here. It's pretty outdated. State-owned property. State-owned property, so this is definitely the state forest. Still. I looked at the property lines on a couple different websites and it shows my property is butting up against the state land, so this is definitely state land. I don't know about you guys, but I find this stuff to be interesting. If you guys know what this is, comment below. Check out this tree with all these mushrooms growing on it. It's definitely a dead tree. All the way up. I'm not sure what kind of tree it is. I can't really tell. Looks like a birch tree. Maybe a sweet birch tree. But I guarantee you, if I bump this, it'll fall over. It's definitely dead. So if you need a firewood in a pinch, look for a tree with some mushrooms on it. Chances are it's decaying. It's dead. It's good to know. Another sign over there. Posted. No hunting. So, maybe we have some people that are hunting on this land that they're not supposed to be. So I will be the detective, and I will find them, and I will prosecute them. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care what people do. Such a beautiful forest. What's this? Some oak trees? I found the oak! Oh, he found the oak! Oh, look at them. They're beautiful. Beautiful oak trees with no leaves. Look at them. What do we got here? What's that? I'm going to classify that as a yellow birch tree. Check out that. I'd say that's a yellow birch with a lot of lichen on it. It's liking the birch. See what I did there? I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, we got some more deer scat. Just stepped on some deer scat. So the higher I go in elevation, I'm going to get lost out here today. Do a little more exploring. See what we come across. Ha! So as I'm trekking through the woods, one thing you definitely got to do is pay attention to where you're going. So I'm just exploring, hiking, hopping downhill through the forest, not on any trail. And I just discovered this trail. So I just pulled out my phone to check out my GPS location, figured out which direction was west, because that's how to get back to my house. You always want to know that when you're going bushwhacking through the woods. And I used my phone, and it told me west was in this direction here. But I brought my compass with me, pulled out my compass. West is this direction. So don't trust your phone. I could have been walking for hours in the wrong direction. Always bring a compass with you, a decent compass. It's worth every penny when you're I'm definitely not going to get lost out here. I walk in any direction, I'll hit a road, but I'm getting hungry. So I decided to turn around and compass definitely helps you. Always carry one, small enough, light enough. I had this in my inside pocket here, didn't even know it was there, and I was happy I brought it with me. Definitely saw some animal activity. Looks like they ripped apart a bunch of pine cones. Maybe a squirrel, I'm assuming, or a chipmunk. If you guys know what it is for certain, comment below, let me know. But I saw it a bunch of different areas. Oh, there's some right in front of me here. Check this out. So I'm assuming the animal comes here to take cover from the elements. A lot of protection above, and they just rip apart these pine cones here. I'm assuming it's a squirrel or a chipmunk. I saw a couple spots like that closer to my house. I got a couple trail cams. I'm probably going to set it up in front of the spot, see if I can capture any activity. That'll be cool. Definitely want to learn more about animal behavior, but I'm going to keep... Oh, I think I know where I am now. Luckily, I'm going to move this pine tree. Gotta calm down, pine tree. Almost ripped my jacket. What's wrong with you? If I ever needed firewood out here, this baby would burn all night. You can tell it's a red oak. You can see the red stripes in the center. Looks like big claw marks of red. That's a red oak for you. That's a red oak. Has the point on the very tip there. White oak they're rounded. Oak. Learn it. Has acorns, of course, if you don't know that. And it's a hardwood, so if you find dead red oak tree, you want to save that for later in the evening if you're gonna spend the night in the woods. Definitely save the red oak for when you need the fire to burn for a long period of time. It'll stay warm, build up a nice hot bed of coals. You always want to prepare your firewood. Out here, I'm surrounded by pine, so I can throw a pine on the size of my forearm. It'll probably burn in like a half hour. Throw oak on there, it might last 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how hot your coals are, but it's good to know softwood and hardwood. Makes a big difference when you're camping out overnight. Now check out this tree right here. I think it's dead. It's a cedar. I know it's a cedar just by the texture of the bark here. I'm familiar with what cedar looks like. And you can tell it's cedar if you break one of the sticks and you get that purple inside. You smell that, it smells like cedar wood. Oh, that smells good. A lot of people carve spoons out of cedar. Maybe I'll come back to the spot. I know where it is. It's pretty close to the trail. Pull off a nice branch. Maybe carve a spoon. A nice purple spoon. I got one of them, curvy knife thingies to carve spoons. But I don't know how to carve spoons yet. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. And if you don't know the trees, if you look at this one, it's almost the same texture as that cedar. But it's not. It's pine. A lot of the pine trees, the bottom branches, they'll die off. They'll deplete them of nutrients and they die off. So the upper branches, pine needles, can get all the nutrients. So it's a good source of, I would say, kindling, and you can make it into tinder if you make some feather sticks. But this is a good source of fat wood too sometimes if you break it closer to the trunk of the tree. The trunk, right? We're going to call it trunk. If you break it off closer to the trunk of the tree, you might get some fat wood in there. But I'm back here at square one at the, I'm not going to call it a hunting stand. I'm going to call it some kid's clubhouse. Back up there in the trees. I don't know what happened up there. I ain't climbing up there. That's for sure. But it could have been the previous owner that owned my house. Well, yeah, we're almost back to the house now. So I bought a house surrounded by woods. It's a beautiful thing. It's a new year, 2020. And it's going to be a lot of adventures out here. I got some nice fallen birch bark. It's a whole bunch right here. A couple dead logs. Plenty of tinder. So I'm probably going to do more stuff inside the house. Maybe like, fixing walls, changing out a sink, some stuff like that. I'm going to start learning the basic maintenances of taking care of a house. A while back I changed my YouTube name to Deranged Survival Eric Bergalt, so I can start doing more videos about, regular everyday stuff. So if you guys are interested in stuff like that, I'm going to be doing like maintenance on my furnace. I got a hot tub. Maybe do a couple videos on how to maintain a hot tub. And I'm going to be getting chickens eventually in the future, maybe in a couple months. And maybe a goat in the future. So I'm going to be doing a lot of building projects, stuff of that nature, homesteading basically. So if you guys are interested in videos like that, let me know, comment below. And yeah, I'll definitely be in the woods because, 10 steps and I'm in the woods. Love it. I love it. And right down the street is a big lake. Got my canoe. I'm probably going to get an old wheelchair and break off the top section, use those big wheelchair wheels to make a nice cart for my canoe. This way I can load up the canoe, attach it to the wheelchair, get on the front side and just walk down the road. Right down the road's a huge lake. So we're going to be doing some canoeing. Oh man, look at this. Look at this activity. Look at all those pine cones. Oh my God. Squirrels are nuts. But a lot of adventures in the future, guys. So, I appreciate you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video. Yeah!